Well, hello everyone, Texie88 here, and welcome to another review. Now, this is a shit game challenge that was set by YouTuber DVD and Film Bloke. It's called Official Father Christmas Game, and it looks like Alternative Software brought it out in 1989. And we've got these jaunty little Christmas tunes playing here. Considering this is Beeper, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, I have to admit, that music's actually pretty good. And the bottom of the screen there's got some nice use of colour, little bits of clash at times. And it's got... and the music's looping around again, so let's get the game going. Now, that Jingle Bells. Why couldn't Bridget on the Amstrad CPC have had it more like that instead of the tuneless dirge that was in that? Oh, God. Can't I just type this? I mean, the Spectrum has a keyboard. Why not make use of it? It's not a console game. It's not an arcade game. Never mind. Find the missing pieces of your sleigh. Oh joy. So we control Father Christmas, and we got the elves here. Nice colourful backgrounds. I'm presuming that's what a piece of the sleigh. Oh bollocks. So what's over? Oh, there's Rudolph. So presumably you have to take the pieces of the sleigh to that position. And it looks like we've got a time limit. And that's the same piece I just lost. Right, yep. That's that piece in place. And yeah, the time limit shown by that bit in the bottom left corner. At the moment it's night, so presumably we have to get this done before dawn breaks or something along those lines. So now I've got to try and find another piece of the sleigh, and it's not in any of the rooms I've just been in, so presumably it's in Santa's bedroom. Yep, there it is. Little bit of colour bleed on when touching ladders and certain bits of the furniture. So I've got to watch out for these little bastards, because otherwise they'll nick my sledge piece. Another piece here. Oh, you bollock head. Santa's little helper, you my arse. Ah, there it is. Here we go. For a portly guy, Santa certainly moves very quickly in this. Oh, you absolute... in there? No. Just so I'm not wasting my time going to other screens. There it is again. Same place as last time. Christmas decorations on the top of the screen there. No animation on the candle flames, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, for God's sake! Leave me alone! I'm trying to build the sleigh and make all the children happy, and you're hindering me. You're supposed to be my little helpers. Will Ferrell, you ain't. Hey, got that one. There's another piece over there on the left. Oh, that's going to be nice. I've got to time this really carefully, because otherwise he'll automatically nick it off me the moment I pick it up. Go down the ladder. Oh, you absolute arse. Well, it's not there, so where is it? Here it is. Oh, you cock! Oh, this is here again. If the kids don't get their presents on time, I know who to blame. These little shitbags who are making it their mission in life to stop me from making all the children happy on the 25th of December. Or at least that elf wasn't there going backwards and forwards like. It's a shame there's no animation on those flames. Oh! You better not be up here. Ah, you're not. Yeah, there's colour clash, but it's not particularly unsightly. I mean, it's a far cry from the colour clash that's in Kung Fu Master. Yeah, you got that one. Nope, not in there. There it is. This is actually pretty tedious. Oh, God. Is that really all this game is? Go all over the house trying to pick up pieces of your sledge. Who did all that to it anyway? Oh! Oh, there it is again. It's you elves, wasn't it? Come on, own up. What? Oh, you sod. I thought I was going to build it quickly then, with it being right next to where I needed to take it. There it is. I wish there was some more sound. I mean, I know it's Spectrum, but I mean, this doesn't even take advantage of people with 128k Spectra, which is right. Well done, Santa. The sleigh is now complete. Press fire/space to continue. Find the presents to deliver. Dear Santa, this Christmas I would like the following presents. Oh yeah, that was well done. Look, there's two the's. Oh, I see. So I have to actually select them. So Father Christmas is selecting the presents. I've been very good this year and promise to be good next year. Love, Texie. A toy tank. Not a Tommy tank, a toy tank. A toy box, which looks like a present to me. So you're giving yourself a present of a present. Model train. A book. Dictionary by the looks of things, because it clearly says A to Z on it. A computer, yeah, like well, it'd probably be a very fake computer, because I'm pretty sure that Santa wouldn't give something like that to a child. Something smaller to make sure that all the other children wouldn't be shortchanged. A television. So I'm having to collect a dictionary. Yeah, that was one of them. Yeah. God, I'm trying to remember what I've already collected out of the 6 thing. Oh yeah, dictionary, wasn't it? This is so tedious. Oh, come on. Oh no, it was the right, I've collected them. Level 3, deliver the presents before dawn. Deliver the 6 presents to America. So here we go on our merry little way. So we can go left and right and up and down don't seem to do anything. And that seems to be a continuously looping background, and we've got clouds, planes and birds. So let me press fire to drop presents. But I don't know where precisely I'm supposed to be dropping them. I can't. It doesn't seem to be giving me any great clues, and I don't even know if I'm going the correct way because everywhere just looks the same. And I'm not getting any points for dropping the presents, which suggests to me that I'm not doing it correctly. What? Did a cloud just catch the present and take it away? Or those UFOs, because they certainly look more like clouds than UFOs. Why aren't I getting any points? Am I not dropping them off in the right place or something? Dear me. Oh my god. Another cloud. Stop that one. And that one. That bird seemed to interrupt that one, but it still made it down, so I don't know. Oh, I don't understand what's going on. Those can't be clouds. Clouds can't stop a present from reaching the Earth. And you'd think that if it's got things like computers and televisions, there'd be a parachute on it or something, because I don't somehow think things like that would be particularly intact when they hit Mother Earth. And in the traditional stories, didn't Santa go down chimneys? How is dropping them from a height going to guarantee they're going to go down the chimneys, especially when you got to worry about planes and birds and these clouds or whatever they are snatching them mid-flight? The plane got that one. I mean, look at the size of that plane compared to Santa's. I mean, Santa must be a bleeding giant. My score's still not going up. Duh. Where am I supposed to be delivering? And I don't seem to be getting anywhere. That bottom bit looks exactly the same. It's just continuously looping. It's only one screen wide. And again, there's no sound. Not even when you drop presents. I mean, the previous two stages had a bit of sound to them. This has nothing. And as I said, I can't go up or down. And even getting them to land on that tallest building isn't doing anything. Oh God! Where did that plane come from? It just seemed to come out of nowhere. I'm still a bit worried about the size of those planes. I mean, either Santa and those birds are absolutely gigantic, or those planes are incredibly small. And look at Rudolph; he's completely static. Couldn't they have animated his legs or something? Or even made the whole sprite judder a bit so it was actually a bit more lively. Oh God! I don't seem to be getting anywhere. Is this a bug? I mean, I've been going right for absolutely ages now, and it's just looping. And I've dropped goodness knows how many presents, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything. My score's not going up. God, I bet Storks delivering babies had more luck than this. Why isn't my score going up? What's going on? Oh dear me. Couldn't there have been a jingle of more Christmas carols or traditional Christmas songs? I mean, I know they couldn't have had things like "Merry Christmas, Everybody" or "Merry Christmas, Everyone" or "Wonderful Christmas Time" or "Fairy Tale in New York" or anything like that, because that would have cost money in terms of getting the rights to use those songs. But to have absolutely nothing here, especially seeing as how good the music was on the menu screen, it's so disappointing, and it just feels like there's something severely wanting. Oh god, those planes. Oh dear. I think I'm going to give up in a minute. I've been doing this for several minutes, and everywhere's just looking the same. I'm sure this just endlessly loops, and I'm not seeing any kind of change. This has got to be a bug. This must be a case of the game not being completed. Surely it must be. I mean, I'm sure I've dropped more presents than I actually collected in the previous stage, and my score's just staying at 4,800, which it's been right from the very beginning of this stage. I don't know what's happening. It seems like all I can do is go left, right, go left and right, and press fire to drop the presents. Apart from that, I can't seem to do anything else. My score's not going up, and I don't know why. This is so boring. And another thing, the letter that was filled out before that second stage was clearly by one person. So how come I'm having to do all this shenanigans to find that person who seems to have the same name as you key in at the start of the game? I mean, do I really have to do all this just to find that one person? That's if it's even possible, because, as I said, that skyline just seems to be one screen wide and looping endlessly with no variation whatsoever. Yeah, the birds, planes, and clouds, or whatever they are, seem to be varying, but the cityscape at the bottom is exactly the same throughout. There's no difference whatsoever, and I still maintain that I'm not getting any points for dropping these presents, regardless of whether or not their fall gets interrupted by a bird or a plane. And it's obviously not correct to have those clouds or whatever they are stop them and drag them off screen, because I don't get points for that either. Oh God. I really hope Father Christmas's job isn't as boring as this in reality. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, supposedly Father Christmas has to do all of this in one night, but he's struggling to find just one poor little kid's house. The kid whose name you key in at the start of this game. I mean, it's like this skyscraper. This skyline is on one of those endless scrolls like you get on animated cartoons. You see the backgrounds eventually loop round. This is what this reminds me of. You know what? This review's lasted just over 20 minutes. I think I'm going to stop here. It's clearly not going to do anything different to what it's already done. So I'm going to wind up the review here and say this is pretty crappy. Graphics are pretty good on the first level. Some nice use of color. Admittedly, it's set so that Santa and the elves take on the color of whatever they walk past. But people who use Spectra were long since used to that. Come 1989 when this game came out, and it's not so unsightly that it's an eyesore. I mean, as I said, it's a far cry from how bad the Clash was in Kung Fu Master, which was my very first review out of this run. And Santa and the Elves were animated well enough. Shame there was no animation on the flames, on the candles, and that fireplace, though. Sound, well, there's some pretty good renditions of some traditional Christmas carols and Christmas songs in the main menu screen at the very start, with a little bit of harmonizing as well, which on a 48K Spectrum is pretty good because compared to the sound chip that was in the 128K Spectrum, the 48K sound capabilities are limited. Little bit of sporadic sound effects for picking things up in the first and second stages, and in the case of the second stage, selecting presents. But apart from that, it's silent, and this stage is totally silent. I've not come across a single beep or anything like that in this stage at all. Gameplay, it's uninspiring, really, especially this stage where it just seems to be looping around the same bit over and over and over and over again, and I just don't seem to be getting anywhere. Even while I've been doing this epilogue, I've been holding down right and occasionally pressing to release a present, and I'm still not getting anywhere. So, and it looks like the time limit's about to run out and turn into... Actually, I've just noticed something. It looks like I haven't got long anyway, because look at that timer in the bottom left corner. It's coming close to the sun coming out, which will mean that the night time will have drawn to a close. I'm sort of dreading what will happen once that happens, though. Now, in terms of the, in terms of the gameplay, the first stage played reasonably well, although it does get boring very quickly, and it's quite irritating the way that when you're close to the edge of the screen and about to transition from one screen into the next, an elf can suddenly appear and nick the sleigh piece you were carrying and send it somewhere else in the house, which isn't exactly ideal. Second stage, that's even less inspiring. I mean, you're just trying to collect the 6 items that you selected on that letter just before it started, and then once you picked up one of the 6 you selected that you hadn't already picked, you get a sound effect, and then it continues until you've picked up all 6 of them from the multitude of differing variations that fall from the sky for some reason. What? But this stage, though, Now, I can actually forgive this for not having much in the way of colour, because if they'd put colour on the skyscrapers at the bottom, they would have had to have done away with the smooth scrolling, because the bleed would have been horrendous. Because it would have had to have gone in 8 pixel by 8 pixel character movement in order to preserve the colours and stop them from seeping into the next character squares as it's smoothly scrolled by. So it was either smooth scrolling with minimal to no colours, or slightly jerky scrolling with more colours, and they went for the former in this case. I mean, that scrolling's smooth. Don't get me wrong. That is smooth scrolling. I can't knock that. I mean, Spectrum, considering it was never intended to be anything other than a business machine, according to what I read about Sir Clive Sinclair's original plans for it, its scrolling's silky smooth. And but in terms of actual gameplay in this section, all you can really do is go left and right and drop presents, and that's it. The up and down controls that were in use in the first stage just don't do anything this time. Yeah, I may as well soldier on until that sunshine fills the time. Nearly there. I just saw the sun suddenly shift to the left a bit, so won't be. Notice how it still looks dark on the screen though. I mean, and no, they couldn't really have had it gradually transition from darkness to a lighter colour, because the Spectrum only has a choice of 8 different colours with 2 different brightness settings, so that wouldn't really. Although in theory they could have changed the paper colour, it would have only been one of those 8 base colours, and with either the bright mode on or off, and that bright mode wouldn't have affected the black in any way. So I don't quite know how they could have done such an effect convincingly. It just would have been nice if they could have had some change in the graphics to make it look like that darkness was about to be vanquished. Yeah, this is. I'm presuming that once that sunshine actually fully fills the time bit in the bottom left corner, that it'll end this stage and possibly the game, because I don't know what else there could possibly be after this, because I can't imagine that it'd be waiting 365 days until, or in some cases 366 days until the next Christmas Eve, because that would be boring. In fact, what's here is already boring enough. Yeah, this. I mean, I'm presuming this was aimed at the smaller children, but I think even they'd have got bored with this pretty quickly. Come on, hurry up and end. What? It's still continuing. I don't understand. The sun's out, even though it looks like it's still dark on the main screen. But that sun's still scrolling past. You are nearly out of time, Santa. Luckily, your elves should be helped out, and all the presents are are delivered just in time. You must try harder next year. What? I didn't seem to be getting anywhere. Everywhere just on that last stage just looked the same. And there were no clues whatsoever as to where I was supposed to be dropping the presents. And those bloody elves didn't help out. If anything, they were a hindrance. Oh dear. That is that has got to be a joke. I'm shocked. I mean, couldn't they have come up with something a bit more interesting than that? Obviously not. And I still say that even a younger kid would have got piss bored with that game before too long. I mean, that last stage just drags on way too long and gives you absolutely no clues as to what you're supposed to be doing or where you're supposed to drop the presents. Everywhere just looks the fleeping same. So I'm going to give Official Father Christmas Game on the Spectrum 2 out of 10. This music is quite literally the only thing that saves it. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that review. Sorry it went on for so long, but when I noticed how close I was to the end of the day, I thought I'd give it the benefit of the doubt in case something more interesting happened in that third stage, but sadly it didn't. If you want to play an entertaining Christmas game, this definitely isn't it. You'd find charades more interesting than this. So 2 out of 10 for Official Father Christmas Game. You're a right DVD and film bloke. This is indeed a shit game. So anyway, I'm ending this review now. Hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas once we get to the 25th of December. Texie88 out.